is it too late to invest in Tesla?
Oh, that's a tough one. I got to say, if you're a long-term investor, I don't think it's too late, because I personally believe it's going to be a $2,000-$3,000 stock in the future, over the next 5 years or so. But at the same time, if you're trying to do a short-term move around it, I just don't think it's the right stock to do it around. It's too volatile. It's almost like it's one of those stocks that very few come along, kind of like an Amazon, an Apple, a Google, where you just buy it and you just hold it, man. You just throw it in the filing cabinet. You try not to look at the stock price. It's good. If it's at 500 a year from now or 2,000, you try not to make judgments off that. It's one of those you just buy and you forget about it.
Don't
man.
you think a lot of people think the same thing, that like Tesla is going to be the next, Amazon or whatever, and they're all piling into it now with that expectation? And don't you think that's maybe influenced the price? Because part of me looks at the company and like, this maybe like $400 or $500.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it might never get there because people just have so much faith in the company that it's never going to hit what it's, I think, kind of valued at.
Well, with these special opportunities, they really just trade, way ahead of themselves, like years in advance. Amazon's done that since the beginning of time, since when went public in the 90s. It's always traded way ahead of the market because a lot of investors just look at it and they're like, it's just the future. And obviously it's now as well when it comes to Amazon. And that's why that one's at a $1.3 trillion market cap right now, Amazon. Because if you're trying to base Amazon off of what they're doing today, there's no way a $1.3 trillion valuation makes sense for Amazon today. But when you base it off of what they're doing in 5 years, it might be a steal. So, and that goes for a lot of these great companies. There's been a lot of times where Apple's been way overvalued. And there's been times where it's been undervalued. So, sometimes these long-term investments, you have to throw it in the filing cabinet.
That's been the hard part with me with stocks over real estate. Because real estate, I feel like there's a very definitive range of value. And it's very easy to buy it purposely undervalued. Whereas stocks, it's like, this is what it's trading at. And you have no clue if it's ever going to go down. Or people just continually get excited about it.
Yeah. No, I can fully understand that. I mean, I feel like some of these stocks, like a Tesla, you have to view it in the sense of buying a real estate property. Whereas if you buy a real estate property across the street from you today, you're not thinking about, I got to sell out if it goes up, 1% tomorrow or something like that. You're focused on what is that property going to generate me over, year in, year out for the next number of years. And so I feel like a lot of stocks in general, I should put it that way. You just got to kind of view the same way. Like, what is this business going to likely do over the next 5-10 years? What am I going to likely see? What's the downside risk? What's kind of the worst case scenario with this? And I think you got to view it very similar to real estate rather than view it as these arbitrary numbers that are jumping around each day. Mm-hmm. So
is that why you call it investing rather than trading?
100%. You caught on to that. Yeah, because trading, it's really a mentality of got to get in, got to get out, got to time this, get boom, 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 boom. And you're making moves all over the place. Whereas investing, it's more like I've looked into this asset. I fully understand it on a very high level. And I understand the valuation, and I likely understand where it's going over the next 5-10 years because I've researched it so in depth that I understand it on a level that the CEO would understand it or somebody high up at the company. And I'm making a wise investment decision. And so you invest in it like a real estate investment property, but it's with a stock of a company.